Oh, the things I do for this YouTube channel.
Kathleen Turner, Christopher Lloyd, Kim Cattrall, and Ally McBeal's Peter McNichol. Baby Geniuses.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam, and welcome back to the 1999 Project. Well, part one of this week's episode, because to make a long story short, a couple of reasons why this episode is only one movie is because the movie I'm going to be talking about is really god awful, but also time just got away from me, so I was not able to watch any of the other movies that I was supposed to do for this video. I apologize. The time just got away from me. It happens. I feel like once I review this movie, it'll be a brain block that is removed from my system and gotten out of my head mentally, and I can go and watch and review the other movies that I was supposed to do for this episode. This will be broken up into two parts. I'm aiming for a Sunday or Monday release date for that second part, but that part is coming out. I swear on my heart, that is coming. But let's rip the Band-Aid off and talk about, geez, easily one of the worst movies that I probably have ever seen. Baby Geniuses. Baby Geniuses was directed by Bob Clark. If that name sounds at all familiar to you, he directed Black Christmas, the original one, and A Christmas Story. Yes, the same man that directed one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, and the man that essentially invented the slasher movie, or at least walked so guys like John Carpenter and Wes Craven could run, also directed this hunk of shit. And I went into this movie with a bit of an open mind because the Letterboxd graph looked like this. That's not the graph that you want. You want your graph to look like the opposite of this, like the graph for Dune Part 2. The graph for Dune Part 2 and the graph for Baby Geniuses are literally polar opposites of each other. You want Dune 2, you don't want Baby Geniuses Letterboxd scores. But I went into the movie with a kernel of maybe it's not as bad as I've heard some people say it is. That optimism was snuffed out within 5 minutes. This movie effectively thrives on one joke, or well, dies on one joke, but it just operates on just one joke. These adults, these clueless adults, are convinced in their pea brains that babies are secretly geniuses. And Kathleen Turner and Christopher Lloyd wearing his best skull cap, and Peter McNichol, bless his soul for being in this crap, are just sitting there like, these babies are so smart and we just can't figure out why they won't talk to us. It's awful. The biggest crime this movie commits is that straight up, it's just not funny. It's 90 minutes long and it feels like 3 hours. Like I said, it's one joke. And it's that these clueless adults are thinking these babies are smart. The babies act like babies, but secretly they have their own, like, they speak English to each other. They know these TV references for, despite being 2 years old, how would they ever know what some of the references they drop are? All that wrapped in the bow of just genuinely terrible camera angles. Like, seriously, this movie opens with the first actor with a face close up like this. And it just, there are several shots in the movie where you're just like, why was that a choice? Like, why was that even remotely a choice? Jeez, between my favorite Martian and this movie, I swear to God, Christopher Lloyd had to have fired his agent by this point. Because, man, and let me just get out of the way and say that this movie is not Christopher Lloyd's fault. Christopher Lloyd is a very talented actor. He can be very funny. He plays these babies are smart thing completely straight, and it just dies on the vine. I was just sitting there thinking to myself, just be Doc Brown, please. Like, you're playing it so straight-laced, and it's not necessary. Peter McNichol, the originator of the Mr. Bean meme,
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus, God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth!
He is trying in this, sadly, but again, it just I was just sitting there at the screen, just like, you're an idiot. You're a moron. You're an idiot. There's a character in this movie who goes by the name of Ice Pick, who dresses up like 1998 Gold Dust, the artist formerly known as version, where he dresses up like a neon sub and reads and reads How the Grinch Stole Christmas, aka the worst version of Dustin Rhodes. That's what this guy dresses up as. And his rationale for being a part of this school slash nursery is that the woman who runs it wants to prove that he can keep a job without him quitting or firing. Yes, put your trust in someone who dresses up like Mount Pepto Bismol just exploded. And then there's some of the dialogue, which is just genuinely horrendous. There is a line in which scenario there the main baby named Sylvester sneaks out of the lab in a crate full of dirty diapers, and instead of saying poop or crap they say diaper gravy. And the writers must have been very proud of that line, because not only does Sylvester say it a couple more times, the family dog says it in like doganese, I guess. I swear on my life, I cannot make any of this up. And really, what it boils down to, like I said, this movie's just straight up not funny. It was this this movie feels like my North, like how Roger Ebert hated the movie North with Elijah Wood and all of them, and how he just started saying, I hate it, hate it, hate this movie. That was me. About 30 minutes into the movie, I just wanted to find the nearest writing utensil and piece of paper and go, I hate, I hate, I hate, I hate, I hate this movie. Like, to infinity and beyond. This movie is horrid. It is awful. It is unfunny. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. And again, I want to apologize for this video only being one video in the 99, or one movie in the 99 project. I do plan on covering some of the other movies in this week in 99 that will be released in a separate video. But have you seen Baby Geniuses? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. My name is Ryan Kim, and I'll see you in part 2. Good night.